My friend, what I am about to share with you may come as a surprise, perhaps even a shock. But if you are here watching or reading these words right now, know this, it is not by accident. It is not a random coincidence. God himself has led you to this very moment. Something powerful, something life-changing is unfolding in your life, and this message is a divine confirmation of it. You might be standing at a point in your life where your heart feels heavy, where the things you deeply desire seem out of reach, or where the path ahead looks clouded with uncertainty. Perhaps you've prayed, waited, and hoped, only to feel as though nothing is moving. But let me assure you, God's plans for your life are greater than anything you could possibly imagine. Even when everything seems impossible, his timing is perfect. His hand is steady. His will is already at work behind the scenes. Right now, you are on the verge of a miraculous breakthrough. Though it may not make sense in this very moment, everything is quietly aligning for you. This isn't just a message of hope. This is a divine reminder, a sign that you are not walking this path alone. Before I go deeper into this life-changing revelation, I invite you to pause. Do 3 small acts of faith right now. 1. Hit the like button as a sign of agreement with this message. 2. Subscribe and help us reach 1,000 voices standing together in faith. 3. Comment the number 99 below. Why 99? Because numbers carry energy. By writing it, you are sending a signal of alignment to the universe, amplifying the very power this message carries. Now listen closely. If you truly are ready to step into what God has prepared for you, you will stay with me until the end of this message. Something in your spirit will recognize the truth and confirmation hidden in these words. If you're not ready, you may click away. But for those who remain until the very last line, your life will never be the same again. Beloved, you are not here by accident. You have been chosen, handpicked for a purpose far greater than you realize. God, in his infinite wisdom, has seen something in you that perhaps you cannot yet see in yourself. The purpose he placed within you is not small. It is woven deep into the fabric of your soul. And though its full scope may not yet be visible, trust this, it is bigger, grander, and more impactful than anything your current circumstances suggest. The life you are living today is not the final chapter. Every day you breathe is another stepping stone toward the magnificent calling you were designed to fulfill. Think of the greatest visionaries in history, the prophets, leaders, thinkers, and dreamers who were often misunderstood, challenged, or rejected. Yet their purpose was so powerful that it transcended human limitations. They changed the course of history because they were chosen. And just like them, you too carry a divine assignment, an assignment that can elevate others, inspire lives, and make a difference beyond measure. Yes, there will be moments when doubt creeps in, when your mind questions your worthiness or whispers that you are not enough. But remember this, your calling is not rooted in human approval. It is anchored deep within you by God himself, and nothing can strip it away. We live in a world where everyone craves answers. We want clarity. We want certainty. We want control. But God's wisdom is not something the human mind can always grasp. His understanding of the universe, of your journey, of the smallest details of your life goes beyond anything we could ever comprehend. Think of a parent and a child. The child may not understand why the parent makes certain decisions, but the parent sees the bigger picture. In the same way, we may not always understand God's reasons for our trials and triumphs, but his wisdom is perfect, his timing is flawless, and his love is constant. Take Joseph, for example, betrayed by his brothers, sold into slavery, falsely accused and imprisoned. To him, it must have felt like his life was spiraling downward. Yet through that very pain, God was preparing him for greatness. Joseph rose to power in Egypt and ended up saving nations during a famine. His suffering had a divine purpose. Your journey is no different. Even when you cannot see it, God's wisdom is at work in your life, shaping you, refining you, and preparing you for something extraordinary. Faith is the bedrock of your divine walk. It is the unwavering belief in what you cannot see. Faith is stepping forward even when the ground beneath you feels shaky. It's believing not in the clarity of the path, but in the certainty of the one who walks beside you. Your faith will be tested in the moments of greatest uncertainty. But instead of fearing uncertainty, what if you embraced it? What if you trusted that even in the unknown, God's timing is still perfect? What if your current confusion is part of a divine process molding you into the person You were always meant to become. Look back at your life. Think of the seasons when you felt most lost. Weren't those the very moments that birthed your greatest growth? It was in the unknown that you discovered resilience, strength, and trust. Faith is not about having all the answers. It is about knowing that God will reveal them when the time is right. Vertuka, God's plan for you. Make no mistake, your journey will not always be easy. There will be detours, obstacles, and seasons of deep despair. But through it all, one truth remains: God's plan. Your life is divinely orchestrated. Every challenge, every triumph, every delay, it all serves a purpose. His plan is not only about where you end up, but also about who you become along the way. Adversity is not meant to destroy you, but to refine you. Every trial is an invitation to lean deeper on Him. Every hardship is an opportunity to grow in trust and resilience. Remember, the road less traveled often leads to the greatest rewards. Vertuka, God's timing. We live in a culture of instant gratification. We want answers now, results now, breakthroughs now. But God's timing does not bow to our impatience. His timing is precise, purposeful, and perfect. Think about the seed planted in the soil. It doesn't sprout overnight. It takes time. Time hidden in darkness, time of growth unseen by the human eye. The same is true of your purpose. Just because you don't see results right now doesn't mean God is not at work. What feels like delay is often preparation. What feels like waiting is often refining. When the season is right, everything will align. Fear will try to creep in. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of the unknown. But fear is only a shadow. It has no real power when faith stands strong. Each time fear whispers, respond with faith. Declare God's promises over your life. Remind yourself that you are not alone and that His strength lives within you. Great men and women throughout history battled fear, but chose faith instead. Nelson Mandela spent 27 years in prison, but his vision never wavered. With faith, he overcame fear and transformed a nation. You too can overcome. True peace comes not from control, but from surrender. Surrendering to God is not weakness, it is strength. It's choosing to release the illusion of control and trust that His plan is greater than yours. Obedience to God's call may sometimes seem hard or counterintuitive, but obedience always leads to blessing. Abraham obeyed God's call to leave everything familiar and journey into the unknown. His obedience became the foundation for generations of blessing. Your obedience too has the power to unlock blessings not only for you, but for countless others. Amid uncertainty, one truth remains unshakable: God's love. His love does not waver. It does not diminish. It does not depend on your actions or mistakes. It is unconditional, everlasting, and freely given. Like the Father who embraces the prodigal son, God's love welcomes you no matter where you've been. It is this love that calls you higher, that strengthens you when you feel weak, and that reassures you that you are enough. Beloved, the storms of life will come. The waiting seasons will stretch you. The battles may weary you, but through it all, God is faithful. Your purpose is unfolding. Your breakthrough is near. You are not walking this path alone. Trust His wisdom. Trust His timing. Trust His love. Remember this: you are chosen. And because you are chosen, your life will never be ordinary.